But I got to ask you, so of course, it's Christmas time. We can see the vibe. One of my favorite songs is Little Drummer Boy by Bing Crosby and David Bowie. Uh, Pat, I can tell that you're a big David Bowie fan because Felicia looks exactly like him and you fucked her.
Yeah.
What's up with the fucking of the David Bowie? And what's up with her? And how big is your cock that you banged her so hard that she cannot get over you? And that to this day, she's after some of your Dixon. You get that, Quad? I give him a good roast.
Yeah.
You can't get over it. She can't get over it. What can I say, man? That's it.
He fucked her so good that she wants to kill his ass.
Gotta be dead.
Yeah, you banged her so hard. You actually banged her like the little drummer boy. The drum, not the boy in the pink anal cavity.
I banged her like John Bonham's bass drum, man.
I don't get it.
He's from Led Zeppelin. But I banged her hard. I banged her so hard a year went by and she still came back. And it's like, I want dick.
Yeah, actually, you punched Gino so hard in the face that she wanted to get back with you. It's funny how that worked, huh?
My violent sexual tendencies all come back to fucking. They make me a hero in the eyes of these morons.
Yeah, she was thinking if he can if he can do that to Gino's face, imagine what he could do to the walls of my shall we say where I
Farts.
Come on.
Front yes.
Yeah. Did she ever do that in front of you?
What? Fart?
Yeah.
No.
I don't break for queefs.
Did you ever meet her and say this to her?
I want to eat your ass.
What was that?
I want to eat your ass.
I didn't get it, but yeah, I said that. Let's say.
Well, each to their own. But the thing is, Quad, I want to ask about you. Like, I heard, Quad, you have a dick the size and the same color as the Pink Panther's tail.
It's genetic. I mean, I'm just a lucky fellow.
Yeah, I heard you can suck your own dick after you wrap it under your armpit. Like, that's going to be quite a selfie. But the question,
what do you think? I'm Aaron Imholt or something? Calm down.
I don't get it. But the thing is,
JZP.
But the thing I gotta say to you, Quad, is hang on, we got another Pat's audio. There's a guy here saying, Pat, if you try leaving the room and come back in again.
Bye. Show's over for me. See you later. Loved it.
So the thing
I thought we were never going to get rid of that guy. Jeez, what a relief.
Yeah, I heard that he's in the CP.
Yeah, cosplay. I got you.
What was his audio?
What was his audio? Is that what you just asked me?
Yeah. You heard it too?
Yeah, I mean, I could barely hear it, but yeah, I could. It was way too low. Yes, it's an issue.
Yeah,
agreed.
But how do you think that shit would even get fixed?
Yeah. Go ahead, try this.
Still a funny prank.
That actually is a little bit better.
Funny prank.
No, that was
no prank.
Hey, I got a prank for you. I used to do it at school. There we go. This is the greatest show.
Yeah.
Where we would go to a public bathroom with a chocolate bar, and you would melt it into your hands, and you would wait for someone to go into the cubicle next door, and you go, "Hey, you want to help me out, brother?" That's just the way it is.
From the rumors I hear, you just tap your toes on the floor so that they can see your foot, and that's here's your sign, so that you just stick your dick through the hole, right? Easy, right?
I don't have a dick. I had a bizarre gardening accident that I prefer not to get into. But speaking about your ex, I have this regular conversation with podcast industry titans such as Ski Mask and Jim Stansel, like real highbrow quality stuff. And we all talk about the fact that fucking MLC went from being the must-see show, the most hilarious content every week, it can't get any better, to now it's the only podcast that actually does reruns. It's so fucking repetitive. It's like the Daft Punk of fucking podcasting. Everything's exactly the same. They will have Ray on, that piece of shit, to talk about the exact same shit every single time. They'll get Stevie Lou on so that people can make the exact same insulting comments about him every single time. And it's unfucking believable. And then, of course, you had your issue where you were part of the show for a while, Pat. Then there was the incident with your personal tube channel. That means YouTube. Just, young demographic out there. And then he just sort of turned his back on you, and then he got that David Bowie bitch to come on to consistently try to trash talk your name. So, Pat, tell us about the state of MLC and your current state of your feud with Brennan.
Oh, I have a feud with Brennan. I think Brennan's great. I think that it's he's married to a fucking baboon. We all know that. So you got to say there's a guy who can see past appearances. And I could just. You ever seen the videos? I show these videos sometimes of like chimps grooming like this lady, and that's exactly what it looks like with him and his wife. These big black fingers, just like fucking. He's like too petrified to fucking move. But his show, is better than ever. I think it's more MLC than it's ever been. Everybody should watch it and give him lots of money. And we all root for Kevin. He's such an underdog, right? His brother is so much more successful than him. It's like you want to kind of put him in a better mood by giving him $20. Look, here's 20. Dance, whatever. He's Kevin is not a quality individual. And you cannot become one just by wanting to. What can you say about it? Kevin's a piece of shit, but the show better than ever.
Do you think now that Trump won the election that he's going to have to hide his wife and kids from public? Those people aren't safe anymore, right?
Well, yeah. I think that they've obviously legalized some kind of interspecies marriage thing over there in Jersey. So I don't know if those kind of laws are going to hold. But we'll see.
I like the racism, the body shaming.
Look, that guy in his cage.
Yeah, I think that when it comes to Brennan, I hate to see what his shows become because he actually had this rare ability that very few people have left. He was funny, and you could watch his show and. He'd be, I hate to use gangster rap language on the air, but he'd be a laugh riot. And he'd say these things that you were thinking. You know what I mean? Like, this guy was fucking crazy. You gotta be nutty to know what we're thinking. And he would actually say it. And to see that he's gone from being this guy who would tell these incredible stories about touring with Louis C.K. or Norm Macdonald sexually harassing him and all that type of shit, to now he's going, Crumbum 5150 says, Ray, your head looks too small. What do you think about that, Ray? Hey, I don't mind his hat. Oh, Ray, your hat's small. And it's like this is fucking boring. Pat, come in.
Yeah, he did have some great stories. He had that story about I told my dad that I loved him and he didn't say it back, and it's like, obviously, he's making fun of the fact that his dad is dying and he's all worried about how guilty he's going to feel after he's dead. So he's like, Daddy, I love you, and Daddy. And he wouldn't tell him he loved him back. And, that's what you get for listening to your mom, I guess. That was a heartwarming story. Yeah, I agree. Man, he reads the fucking super chats. If they don't come in, I'm doing a short show. I've had it. I can't with these clowns. He gets stuck on a phrase, and it's just like, that's it. That's the phrase of the fucking day. I can't. Then don't with these clowns.
Yeah, and the thing that's ridiculous is that YouTube does this thing where they will take 30% of your chats coming in, then they'll also take 30% of your monthly income. So I think that Brennan is so into just trying to make his, I don't mean to swear at Christmas time, but his nut. You get it? That he needs to get, I mean his money, not his testicle. And he's just trying to make that fucking amount. That's all he can think about. And he's like, I've got to do another stream. Okay, he doesn't leave the house. Like fucking, if you went to Rodney Dangerfield's house 5 days a week or 7 days a week, you'd be going, this is fucking boring. He keeps asking me about his ex-wife. Like, why do I want to hear about his mother-in-law? Like, hey, what are you doing? Like, it would get boring after a while. And that's why with MLC, I remember during the pandemic. Get it? I'm just joshing. The election's over. We won. The fucking thing was, he would do these shows that would have sometimes 2,000 live people watching at once. Now I've seen him get as much as 400 now.
Yeah.
And it's the same fucking show. And it's like, do you even think he enjoys it?
I don't know. I mean, he's fucking... Did he ever enjoy it? That's the question. I mean, he enjoys it every once in a while. He gets a little drunk and he's like, I'm going to cry. You guys are the best, because they gave him like a lot of money. I'm not impressed. I don't know. I don't care if he enjoys it. Look, if Kevin Brennan dropped dead tomorrow, I'd throw a fucking party. It's like, that's who you're talking to right now. I just don't care.
I think most podcasting in general, people that do podcasts, I think we all run into that though. Like some days you're enjoying the show, some days you're not. But it does feel like with MLC that you're, how a show comes on and the first 5 seasons are really good, and then whatever, after 10 seasons of it, it's totally lost the plot. It's not as enjoyable anymore. I just think we're like on season 20 with MLC. That's what it feels like. It's just like it's just never going to end, and it's the same fucking show. It's never going to change.
Yeah, it's like Brennan's the pimp that hangs around back in the fucking train station way back in the 60s or the 50s, waiting for those country bumpkin dizzy dames to get off the bus. He goes, hey, I want to go to Hollywood, see? And then he immediately kidnaps them and tricks them into sex slavery or being a dirty fucking hoe. And, sorry, Quad. And to do that type of shit. And he gets these hard on their luck comedians like Mike Bichetti, even though he's got a big fat Coke can of a cock. Or you've got fucking like Stevie Lou's going through some shit. You've got Ray DeVito, who is still 6. All these people need the money. So Brennan,
Pat Dixon used to go on a show. Seems like you're just kind of skipping over that.
I'm not going back, though. That's the difference. These fuckers can take any amount of shit and just be like, can I have some more? Like Stevie Lou. Like
another bite of shit. Yeah.
Stevie Lou was like a pile of shit being fed a pile of shit. I mean, Stevie Lou is a guy that no one should know about at all. He is the most talentless fucking individual as far as being on camera goes. He has nothing to say. He never has anything funny that's on purpose. He's a fucking... And like, it's great if you want to go and do whatever job you do. Great, man. But like this, the only thing, I mean, he really should suck Kevin's dick like constantly.
How do we know he doesn't?
Chad too. Chad is the same way. Chad is at least Chad was in radio. At least Chad has some, on stage experience, and he's got this, the that takes him out and everything. I don't know what goes on there. But like he has something. Stevie Lou, nothing. He is less than nothing. And I'm not saying this to talk about Stevie Lou. I'm saying to talk about the state of the show. Ray, Ray is a comic. Like it or not like it, it would be a normal comedian appearance if they would let it be, but it never will. But let's be honest, the show hasn't been the same since Adam left. That was the key. That gave it some conscience. The show had some kind of balance. Once he was gone, there's no more balance. Look at that.
Yeah, racist profile photograph, and also Quad has a crack habit. So look at 2 insults and an agreement at the same time. That's what I call a good comment.
It's a leprechaun. Great movie, all-time cinematic masterpiece. The Leprechaun, indeed.
Yeah, but my oath, I don't get the Stevie Lou hate, but I've always got along with him. He's a good egg. I always thought that he was fun to record with and stuff, but I don't get the point of people watching MLC just to tune into the show to fucking pay him money. Like he's really got the lonely desperate. Talk about Kevin Brennan, the lonely desperate type of fan base now where they have nothing better to do, so he'll stay up to 3 a.m. drinking a glass of wine like he's a fucking you know what.
Conan big, Conan gay.
Pretty much. Drinking a glass of wine so he gets the fucking wine lipstick thing going on. What are you, the Joker? Nice bit of roast. And I just think that fucking I just think that it's fucking insane. And I think it's a shit. Make MLC GA. That's the hat we need to make. We need to McLagger. That's like it was so close to being the great. Like, what the fuck? Are there any good shows anymore apart from Backyard Boys?
Yeah, my show is great. Backyard Boys is great. I think the new one that I kind of like is Nice Podcast Stupid. I think that's a good one. And, they're coming up. These things are coming up. The rest of these people got kind of lazy. I mean, Kevin is, let's face it, man. He's done.
Yeah, Tukey, Melton. I don't know. I like a lot of that.
Yeah, but that's
MLC is the only one that really sucks. I mean, it's the only one that has really, really become shitty. I'm not watching it anymore at all, just because all it does is like he has no fucking allegiance to reality, truth, or facts, or anything like that. And for things to be funny, they have to be based on a little bit of fact. That's why Adam was so great, because he'd be like, well, on the other hand, there is this fact. And he would chime in a little bit, and kind of keep him between the lines. Now it's just fucking chaos.
Fucking Kevin Brennan was so hard to deal with that Adam left MLC, a well-paying, highly watched show, so that he could go full time with Brian McCarthy.
He left him for one of his old co-hosts.
Yeah. And,
is that the way it worked, though, or did Kevin Brennan cut him so he could keep that other $40,000 a year? It seemed like that's what happened more to me. That Kevin got a little into the dough, as they say.
I think that it was more Adam wanted to leave, because I remember he had stopped appearing on camera as much because Brennan was saying shit that was then bringing the heat back on to Adam. So But Quad, do you watch MLC?
Yeah, I still watch it.
Do you enjoy it, bitch?
Not as much as I used to, obviously. Back when I used to go on there, it was the best show that there ever was. But now that I'm not on there, it's not as good. That's a fact.
It's actually true. It's when they start adding characters at the end of a series. Like the Brady Bunch, they put Oliver, that little kid Oliver with the blonde hair and the glasses. That's
good topical reference.
Well, that's my whole point. You add a character in order to keep it, try to freshen it back up. That's what Felicia was. She was the Oliver. It's something that shows you that the fucking shit is over.
I heard a rumor, and you'll probably eat your words, Pat, that at some point next week, Felicia is going back on the show to talk about her relationship with you. Like, that's going to be good shit.
Yeah,
shocker.
Yeah,
it's not all out in the open yet. There's still more.
So, how big is your dick? Seriously, though.
Average.
Let's see.
Can't show it to you here.
Do it.
It looks like about like this. It's just average.
Nice.
It's squared
Nice.
off the end at the front and everything.
That reminds me, I went to see the new Hugh Grant film today. But the thing with Brennan, like obviously we as a fan, we see all the behind the scenes stuff, or not the behind the scenes. We just see the on screen stuff and how people play up to the characters, and Chad plays up to the Mud Shark stuff. Like I think that's fucking hilarious. But with Brennan, what's his behind the scenes reputation like around the comedy clubs?
Everybody hates him. In comedy clubs, he's the same way eventually. I mean, I don't know if he only got that way online or whatever. You talk to him in person, he's like this like really fucking calm, chill guy. So I mean, basically that character that he's doing on there is kind of bullshit, but it's not, because it's like in the deepest part of his head that he just doesn't let out all the time, I think. You know, he lets his fucking id run wild. That's why he's so fucking intolerable. You know, he can't read the room all that well. And it's like why his fans are still into him. They're like a bunch of broken people with dad who want dad, you know, and so they all unite behind this guy out of loyalty or something. Like, sure. Look at that accusation.
Any comment, Quad?
I didn't stand up when he said it, so I don't know what he's talking about. Seems
okay.
It seems like slander, defamation. Maybe I got a lawsuit. I'll hit up Nick Rekieta after the show, see if I got something there.
Everybody's somebody.
Stancil, get back to me with those numbers. I'm interested to hear about the numbers.